What's up, goodies? Welcome back to your channel and to my kitchen, how to cook. And today we are going to be cooking a full course chicken dinner with steamed Bammy, fast, easy, and simple. If you're watching me cooking for your first time, be sure you subscribe and turn on your post notification. And for all of my returning goodies, you know, some loving, right? Let's cook.
Want to be independent, yet she can't read and write a sentence.
Okay, goodies, you ready for cook? Let's cook. I have a whole chicken here that I'm using today, and I did wash it with salt, lemon juice, and vinegar. Now to season, I started off with some salt first. Then I went in and added some black pepper to it. And everything that I'm using today for this recipe will also be listed down in your description box, so go ahead and check it out there. Now, after the salt and black pepper, I went in with some garlic powder combination with some onion powder. To the onion powder, I added some chicken seasoning. And of course, you're going to add chicken seasoning because you are in fact cooking chicken, correct? Yes. Now, to that chicken seasoning, we're giving it flavor. So I love my Ochirus brand, but of course you can substitute for whatever you have. I went and added the all-purpose seasoning to it, of course. Now, to that all-purpose seasoning, I did go in and use this rub right here. It's good for, like, if you're not jerk, you can add it to it, as well as if you are putting anything on the grill. I wanted it to have a barbecue grill kind of a flavor, so that's why I went ahead and added this. If you don't have this particular brand, use whatever kind of a barbecue flavored seasoning that you might have laying around your house. Now I went in with some paprika because the paprika is going to give it that little kind of color that I need. Remember though, I am not cooking brown stew chicken for this recipe. Now I also added some allspice pimento seeds, right? But if you don't have that, go ahead and use powdered spice. You're definitely going to need some ginger. I'm using my organic ginger here. If you don't have that, of course you could go ahead and add ginger powder. To that ginger powder, I did go in and add a generous amount of garlic, fresh garlic that is. Go ahead and add that in. Now you need some kind of a barbecue sauce. This is the one that I had at hand, so I went ahead and used that, and that can be substituted. You don't have to use the one that I'm using here. Use whatever it is that you like in your kitchen. Now this is some green season that I made, fast, easy, and simple. I will list, however, a green season recipe down below so you could go ahead and follow that. But this one was a very simple and easy one. We just rig up for this recipe. Now you know how I feel about vinegar, right? So I'm using the apple cider vinegar here. You could substitute that apple cider vinegar for whatever that you like. And just a tad bit of browning, just a tad bit, not too much, because remember, we are not cooking Jamaican brown stew chicken here at all. Now give it a good little mix and make sure that everything is well seasoned, just like that. You could either let it sit for a few hours, even overnight, but you know, oh me, stay ready, right? 30 minutes and I was good to go. Now moving right along, this is what you'll need: onions, tomatoes. I have a hot scotch bonnet pepper there. I'm also going to add some potatoes, bell pepper, scallion, and thyme. You want to add these veggies. You can also change up the green bell pepper for whatever it is that you like. Now I have a Bammy here, and this is the Bammy of choice. I have used this before, but I'm not really a fan of this brand. But the farmers market where I went, that's all they had, so I had to grab whatever they had. But you are going to need a pack of Bammy, and the Bammy usually comes in a pack of 2. Okay, so let's move right along, right? Now in a pot I added some oil, and I did use extra virgin olive oil, and you could substitute that. Now my fire here is on a medium heat. Do not put it on high heat. We're not looking for color here, as you'll see as we go along. You want to just go ahead and place your chicken pieces into that oil of choice. Now after you have placed all your chicken pieces into the pot, with the marinade that you have, you're going to go ahead and pour it out immediately on the chicken, because if you don't, the chicken will start to fry and it's going to have a color. We don't need the chicken to be brown here. Now after it's like that, and with your fire on a medium heat, start to turn and move and rotate the chicken in the pot, because like I did state it, if you don't, the chicken is going to start to have a brown color, and we are not cooking brown stew here. Cover it up for about 5 minutes. After 5 minutes, you come back and you rotate the chicken again in its natural juices and the marinade juice that you added to the chicken earlier. So that'll say another 5 minutes here with your fire on a medium heat. You cover it up back. You come back another 5 minutes, and this is what you have. As you could see here, the chicken did not get brown. We don't want the chicken to be brown, all right? Now you're going to go back in with your favorite barbecue sauce and put it on the chicken, and immediately add all your vegetables on top of that chicken, with your fire still at a medium heat. Now after you have done that step, this is where you're going to go in, and you are exactly going to do this. Get some water with that in the container that you seasoned the chicken in earlier. I'll say maybe about a half cup of water to it, and just pour it onto the chicken. Add about 2 tablespoons of brown sugar only. Do not use white sugar for the recipe. Alright, you get that in, and you go back in again and add your favorite barbecue sauce. And the barbecue sauce is how much you like. It is going to look like this with your fire on a medium heat. Go ahead and cover it up, and you're going to allow it to simmer for about 30 minutes. Now before it gets to that 30 minutes, after you cover it up, you're going to go in with your Bammy. This is where the Bammy comes to play. You're going to go in and cut your Bammy in a total of 8 pieces. Now if you are cooking Bammy for the first time, you will kind of realize that the Bammy is a little bit tough. Usually in Jamaica we eat Bammy with fish or saltfish or escovitch fish, or however we eat Bammy with red herring and all that other stuff, ackee and saltfish. But today we are going to add it into the stew. Now you're going to go in, it's going to look like this probably after 10 minutes after you cut up that Bammy, and you're going to start to put the Bammy all over in the pot in that good juice, right? It's going to look like this. We want the Bammy to suck up that good sauce. So what you're going to do, you're going to go in and get that good juice and just lay it all over those Bammy. Make sure it get that juice, that chicken flavor. You want it to go right through and through into the Bammy. Be sure that your fire is at a low to medium heat. We don't want to cook this too fast, because then the Bammy is not going to be soaked. We want the Bammy to be soaked and to have all the flavor of the chicken. That looks pretty good. Very, very good. And so all you have to do here, you see the Bammy look nice? Yes, but you want it to steam. We are going to allow this to steam, right? Not cook, steam only. So all you have to do here is cover it up nice and tight and let it steam for about 30 minutes, or until the gravy becomes nice and rich and thick. Now, if you're still here watching me cook, be sure that you have subscribed to the channel, okay? And make sure say notification is on so you will never miss another upload. And I'm always good. Now, we are going to cook the rice to go with this thing because I'm giving you a full course meal. So into a pot, I added about 2 tablespoons of oil and a half a stick of unsalted butter. Now, here I have 2 cups of rice. You want to wash that rice first and add 1 cup of rice into the oil and butter mixture right here. Just go ahead and set the other 1 cup aside. Start turning immediately with your fire on a medium heat. Make sure you have a half a rice to it. Now after about, I'll say probably like 5 to 7 minutes, go ahead and add some fresh ginger to it and some fresh garlic, salt for flavor, and add your favorite seasoning. I did add my Ocheerios combo seasoning, or you can add the all-purpose seasoning, any seasoning of your choice. Give it a good mix like that until the rice starts to look like this. It is going to change in color. It's going to leave from being white into toasted brown. After it becomes that color, go ahead and add some fresh parsley like I'm doing here and combine everything together, again still with your fire at a medium heat. Now you want to go back in and add the remainder of the rice. So if you're using 3 cups of rice, use 1.5 cup first and 1.5 cup when the half cups becomes colored like here. Just chop it in half is what I'm saying. Give it a good mix and combine everything together. After you have done that, go ahead and add your water. Now you could add chicken broth, beef broth, any kind of thing, vegetable stock, anything that you want to add to give it even more flavor, right? Now, when you're cooking rice, be sure when you add your liquid, it is up at least 1 inch or 1.5 inches above the level of the rice, okay? Like I'm doing here. Just bring it up to at least 1 inch or 1.5 inches to the level of the rice. Make sure you taste it to know if you need to adjust your taste. Whether you need some salt or a little bit more seasoning, you go ahead and do that. Now I always use my foil, of course, to make sure everything locked in and nicely steamed. Cover it up nice and tight, okay? And when you're done, steam up after about 30 to 40 minutes. This is exactly what you are going to have. And when I tell you this thing is filled with flavor, this rice here, you have to give this a try. It is filled with nothing but flavor. Not but flavor. You could also veganize this very easily just by using vegan butter or coconut oil or something like that. But this is perfect. And I did use parboiled rice for this recipe. Look at how the rice is. Oh my goodness, it is delicious, guys. May I tell you something nice and shelly and tastes good? Yes, it is so good. Make sure you give this recipe a try, alright? Perfection, y'all. Now if you didn't subscribe to my second channel, Life with Juliana, go ahead and subscribe to that channel. The link for that channel will be listed down below. If you're into that DIY and home decor and everything there, the link for that will be down below. Go over there and subscribe. Now my chicken and bammy is all done, goody, and look at what we have here. It was steaming at a medium heat for about 30 minutes, 35 minutes, and it was good to go because you want to make sure that your bammy is nice and set. Now I decided to do this as a side. This is a regular potato salad type of thing. I do potato salads all kind of way. I have some cooked potatoes here, a little bit of vinegar, some white sugar, blue cheese, and that is, you could always substitute that out because me extra I'm not gonna use that, but it tastes really good when you make potato salad. I'm gonna add some paprika, parsley flakes, black pepper, mayo, and yeah, let's go. So here's our potato. And then we're going to go ahead and add our mixed vegetables to it, and that is the frozen one that I'm using here. Then to that, just go ahead and add your boiled eggs. And if you don't want eggs, just take out the eggs if you don't want eggs. Add a little bit of vinegar because it's going to kick up the flavor when you add the sugar to it, right? It's going to do something magical to it. Then I was going to use half of the blue cheese, but I decided to go the whole blue cheese because I love blue cheese on everything. Blue cheese, everything in my house. I love it. So I added that to the mix. Then I added my mayo, and you could always substitute that mayo for whip. And if you don't want to go mayo or whip, of course, because you're using blue cheese here, you could skip the whip or the mayo process. Alright, add a little bit of black pepper to it. You could even use pepper flakes if you like. They will work. Cayenne pepper, chili powder if you like, and definitely your paprika. I didn't measure anything, but just go with the flow basically. So yeah, that's all I did here. Go ahead and add my parsley flakes in, and you could use fresh parsley, of course, cilantro, whatever it is that you like. And that is it. That is it, y'all. Creamy potato salad. Okay, I like it creamy. I don't like my potato all dry and stuff. This is how I like it, nice and creamy. I did go ahead and add a little bit more paprika on top, and I was good to go. And that is my meal right here. We're all set and all done. So yes, goodie, share the love with all your friends and family. Tell them well, go on man over here, bring them, come and send them, come, I'm waiting. After you get done doing that, tell me what you'd like to have me cooking next in my kitchen. And remember, as always, from my kitchen to your kitchen, enjoy.